Now, Bin doesn't have Counter-Strike, but he does have Lead
a
Strike and Flash.
little bit of trouble. I need to burn that flash here in the end. Might save it. Doesn't have that heal back. The Counter-Strike available. Not gonna flash in the end. No, JJ! That's a solo bolo for the best top laner of the LPL, Bin.
Oh my god, Bin! The cojones to turn around with Counter-Strike.
It's all season long, baby!
Oh,
you gotta bid for the
God.
cojones, it feels like, because this guy has been insane. Matchups that he feels like he should lose, he gets a dub in. Now we see 2v2 of the bot lane spurred by the early action of BLG. But incredible stuff in that opening does so much for BLG on the rest of the map.
God, Giga.
But it's not enough at this point. They're going to try to flash out.
Bin!
The chakrams are stacking. It tries to go in. It's a triple. And Elk will decimate a population. Population EDG with a quadra kill for the ADC of BLG.
Elk turns on the burners, and it's about the back end of that fight. All the members turn back around to deal with Bin, who's found the turnaround on to leave, but no one's hitting Elk as he plots the Feather Storm and just rips them to shreds. They'll get the Dragon as well off the back of it. BLG just decimate EDG. It looks so good for a second as well. They were fighting inside that choke. We'll get a look at it now as it all starts off with this engage onto JJ. They try and find the pick.
He just wanted the one. He just wanted the one.
If he loses Red Gun, okay, if he loses Red Gun, I think he dies. Because he might need it for the extra health.
Either
way.
Leave, don't do it, don't do it. Oh, he dodged out of the handshake. Although he can't get out of this one. He dies again. 0-3 on the rookie of the split here. That is exactly the weak point BLG are capitalizing on.
0-3. It's not the opening in game number 2 that Leave needs, and BLG know it, and they're just focusing it down time and time again. They don't even have to blow ultimate to Mazel to find that pick. They just find it, and now more CS being missed. A potential silver lining, the plate might die and no one claims it, but like 3-0, you're down still over 20 CS. One or two team fights. Get a look here. It looks okay. As soon as Mako makes it out, you're like, all right, you know, the fight should be more or less fine. JJ is working it out, but just here.
What? Excuse me? Oh, Fofo, don't go back and look at that one. You're just gonna be angry. That's unfortunate, but it's capitalization from BLG.
Yeah, capitalizing from BLG. I'm gonna call for the riot. You know the one, the screaming guy. You know the one. Yeah, you know what it is.
I know the one. I know the one.
I'm sure chat's spamming it because yeah, it's one of those annoying things where the particle effects
still in the eyes of EDG as Shun is already down.
Yeah, Leave. He's still got flash and he's got red and white. Bin has to try and find this angle. He's inside the pit.
They find him out.
The blue.
They're going to try to go on to Leave. They don't get the dragon here. They try to go for Counter-Strike, but Bin has left himself out to try. Elk versus Leave, but Leave is stacked up with the chakras, and he flashes out another double kill. And BLG, they've been taken to task in those team fights. They've lost the soul, and now EDG clean house with an ace.
That's the rookie of the split right there. Game 1, he was shut down. In game 2, it started to look like the same story. But in the later stage team fights, when he's actually allowed access to right-click people, he
you got close, as now Yagao gets stolen down the lane. The fight comes out now, though buying a lot of space and a lot of time. Elk will be stacking up those feathers, but is it enough? He does! He gets the steal, and now Elk, he's firing away at BLG. I've turned the tables on Edward Gaming.
It's a mechanical outplay from Elk from BLG. Great gale force into the feather pullback. Just means that JJ can't actually press his R key, execute Yagao, and then take the form and snowball the fight again. Excellent stuff. And it's just EDG not respecting the power of the feathers in a choke, right? Respecting all of this potential turnaround damage. When your positioning is just going to be funneled in very, very tightly. Okay. Flash burn, not bad. BLG.
With all of these, I feel like we're missing like half the story. Because like we always come into the fights and there's like cooldowns already burned. I'm like, did something happen?
Oh wow.
Just like here. The silence.
Oh what? Look away. Look
Bro,
away. Look away.
it's the boxing glove tip.
But I've got to say, that's just so good from On in terms of like just being able to be out of vision. I don't know if it's really, you know, a little bit of luck goes their way as well. but just hex flashing into vision, getting the rundown in now. EDG, they're here. They have to try and deny BLG from getting into the river, and they're going to do
They're
that.
going to hook on. They've separated him away as the Event Horizon comes down. They're going to go into Ala. He finds the back one yet again. Yagao has to go away, but the Event Horizon has separated some space. They focus down Ala, but he gets the lamps despite heal as well. He finally gets the GA burn, but Leave has been untouched this whole time, and he has come online. Long have we waited. EDG activated. We're going to Silver Strike, baby!
We're going to game 5. It took a long damn time, 41 minutes on the clock, but EDG will break the defensive formation of BLG. It took one engage from Fofo, but they find their mark. Elk taken out of the fight. He tries to 1v1 lead.
Não vai ter como, não tem flash, não tem ult, não tem nada. É dragão na mão do time da Red. FNB! Pega aquele ladrão!
Waiting on the other side of this game, and both teams have put everything on the line. Their hearts, their blood, their sweat, their tears. It's the LPL lower bracket finals. It's BLG versus EDG, and let the blood flow.
One game separates a visit to MSI and finals a rematch against JDG. For EDG, looking for redemption, 3-0'd. For BLG, feeling like they got robbed. But first, they have to go through one another. And it's all come down
Sometimes
to
it
a
hasn't
game.
paid off, but you get those moments where it does it. It looks so damn good. And you have this moment on the Jinx. You can get excited. You can get a big, hyper advance in a lot of these fights. And it can be something that EG will have to focus on. And Elk is that primary carry here. We see the slice of Belcher piece in the bottom left corner.
Strange one. And the dragon is up. And there are unleashed teleports. So if EDG actually look to pick up this next dragon, that's a huge tool for Bin to just not have. Yeah, really, really big head scratcher there. But I'm not sure EDG really have much a clue. They're actually congregating more around the Herald for now, curiously enough, so they want that.
First rocket comes across, but it's not enough damage. And now BLG have stepped too far forward. They've gotten the resets off. They will find Leave on the other side, but the Event Horizon can soon make the difference. I think he might be able to. It's a quadra kill for Ala. Is it gonna be a penta? And they're gonna give it to him. No, he heals up, and there you go. A penta kill for EDG's Ala.
Ala is rock solid with the pentakill. I don't even know how the hell he managed it, but he does anyway because that's just what Ala does on Malphite apparently. And BLG cannot deal with that team fight. They overreach, they overstep. That recall is awesome. And Ala's even rocking Doinby's skin, man, to top it all off. Didn't catch that until just now.
Gotta give respect where respect is due, man. Ala, he was subbed out of that roster on LNG, but it was Doinby. If you look back into those videos from that year, it was Doinby who wanted him back in for playoffs, and he was the difference maker. Now he came in to fill some shoes that EDG were rebuilding off of, and this man said, Ben, who? I want to go to MSI.
Oh my god. Can you believe something like that has gone on now? Here's one more thing I will say. Silver lining, those kills aren't going on to a carry. But
He's
the front
going
line
at 3
doesn't matter!
man! As now, he's locked out though, and they don't have the recess this time. I feel like
Oh,
EDG
no.
were a little bit overzealous. They still have to respect BLG, and that was a heck of an engage, but now it's apparent in the eyes of BLG.
There's just no follow-up damage. Leave wasn't there. Moonlight Vigil wasn't available. He couldn't follow up at range with the extra AoE. They get turned around on. All of a sudden now Baron's on the cards. Turn around, they get
Leave! Oh, but that's a big event horizon as well. They go straight back
Leave
on the
alive!
shoot, but now they're still getting damage down. Bin, that's a big damage movement from Yagao, and Elk is getting excited. BLG, they'll raise you a fight, and now they'll raise you a Baron.
How the hell does something like this happen? Arla goes in for the engage. Eventually now BLG get on top of the Baron. They'll take it, surely. Teleport's coming in from Fofo.
Oh,
What
goodness.
the hell?
Oh, goodness,
Oh.
that's close. He used the Spirit Rush. Maybe he wants to go in. He sees a lot of low health members. That should be 5 Baron buffs escaping from BLG. And we got chaos across the rip, but BLG maintained their advantage here. About 3,000 gold in the lead.
All right, step back. BLG have Baron. Dragons up in 40 seconds. What do these fights that we're about to watch in the replay mean? Look at this. Don't go on to leave. They don't go on to Fofo. It's not damage carries. It is frontline. So if he goes in, sure, and he finds that, oh, fantastic. The follow-up has to be there. Can he repeat some of that magic in this team fight? Dragon's going down.
Mega Death
Okay.
Oh! That's a 900-pound beast right there! As BLG have secured Dragon's soul point, and now they're looking to siege on the mid lane.
You've got to be
Oh my
kidding me.
god,
They'll get the
EDG
tower
are
hit
desperate.
engage.
They want the engage, the slicing maelstroms on top of it all. They find Elk. The Moonlight Vigil comes through though. Leave, able to pop down a lot of caliber damage. And EDG, they've cleaned house on the BLG, but a big shutdown goes back over to Yagao.
Oh, they got Bin and they got Elk in the same engage. It's the two crucial members they have to shut down, but Yagao's still on the map to take down Fofo in response. EDG, oh, they just have to be frustrated. They go for the engage on the back end. They get a couple more kills. All that's going to do is just get them a little more time back out on the map. Baron, of course, will time out. That was in the hands of BLG. And the Turtle, I suppose, will continue to scale up. Yagao about to hit 3 items, i.e. there for Elk. EDG, fundamentally, they're actually still behind until these third items actually come back in. But they'll always have the opportunity to find those massive engages through Arla, through JJ, through Mako. You saw it in action there.
And can I just say that I feel like this is the best the way they pick apart EDG.
We just said Bin can't find a big ultimate, otherwise EDG are gonna struggle. And what does he do? 5 seconds later, he does just that. Elk goes mostly untouched. I don't think that teleport's coming through.
No! Oh my god! No way! This is a heck of a push. This should be a tier 2 down, but EDG, they've fallen out the wayside here.
Oh my goodness me. All of a sudden, it's back to a coin cost again. But this time, BLG, they're slightly more favorable, aren't they? It feels like EDG, they have to shut down these core facets. They do. They've got a minute and a half. We said, right? Items have to come in. IE wasn't here to leave. Maybe that's a difference maker. Death cap as well for Fofo not completed. These are crucial items in spiking damage on these carries. Bin finds a long wraparound flank. Elk is untouched for the most part. But look at Leave's damage on the return. It gets shifted away because Bin is there. And you can't do anything about it. He just has to respect the fact that the damage can be there. Mako not alive to exhaust him.
Flash from Elk to get out from the heal from him as well, so he can get that big chunk from the caliber Moonlight Vigil. And you see the damage. Elk, my man, the big beast in the corner, has been haunting the nightmares of ADCs throughout these LPL spring playoffs. He has come to bear on EDG.
He has. In extreme fashion. EDG, they're taking the Baron.
EDG are grasping. They are grasping here. They are trying to get something back. The rocks are slipping beneath their very feet, and they feel like they gotta find something. It's feeling a little bit desperate though, as Ben has found the back, and big stuns come across. And every time you come to knock at BLG's door, it's Elk, it's Ben, it's the carries of Billy that will lock in the first ever MSI trip for Billy Gaming.
BLG are making a trip to London. They're making a revenge tour to finals against JDG as they take down EDG in 5 games of a bloodbath. EDG tried their damnedest, but it's just not enough because Bin is too powerful and Elf will not be stopped on those resets. You had to be feeling bad for EDG, but elation for BLG as they make it to their first ever MSI.
And as the dust settles London, you have a challenger. BLG will be our second LPL representative to MSI 2023. And what a fitting way for it to be. What a journey it has been for this squad in particular, running through RNG, running through Weibo, falling to JDG, stopping the run of OMGs.